York and New Jersey, August 19, 2024.
For the insurance. Oh, wow.
A slow-moving storm system that passed over NYC and NJ brought heavy rain Sunday as severe flooding caused landslides and flooded roads in parts of Long Island and Connecticut.
We gotta get
This is in
TikTok.
front of the Whole Foods.
Let's go, let's go.
This car is...
The region is now working to clean up as the threat of flooding continues into Monday morning, along with the threat of minor severe weather that could bring damaging winds to the same areas. The Fox Forecast Center says the region is moving closer to a calmer weather pattern.
These are all the cars that already stopped here. Look at it. It's up to our first step. Look.
But first, they need to avoid more rain to start the work week. There won't be as many storms as over the weekend, but a cold front is expected to move in, bringing more thunderstorms. Some of these storms could cause additional flash flooding, especially in areas that saw very heavy rain over the weekend. The Fox Forecast Center notes that less than half an inch of rain in an hour is enough to raise concerns about flash flooding. The severe potential on Monday will be lower than Sunday, with a level 1 out of 5 risk for the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Heavy rain began falling across parts of eastern Long Island shortly after 10 p.m. with 1 to 2 inches of rain per hour. The storms then re-emerged in the same spot in north-central Suffolk County, the Fox Forecast Center said. That triggered a second flash flood emergency, which occurred at 1:20 a.m. Monday. A total of 9.40 inches of rain fell in less than 5 hours. Flooding in New Jersey caused Amtrak to suspend trains between New York City and Philadelphia Sunday night. The New York Police Department shared photos of water covering roads in Central Park Sunday night, and drivers were urged to avoid flooded roads. Forecasters at the NWS New York office issued a flash flood emergency for parts of Long Island due to the heavy rain and rapidly rising waters. Forecasters said 4 to 6 inches of rain fell overnight into Monday morning, with some areas expected to receive an additional 2 to 4 inches before the rain eases. Heavy and devastating flooding occurred in the Fairfield and New Haven areas. Numerous water rescues, several landslides, and even a major gas leak were reported. Some of the hardest-hit towns were Danbury, Reading, Southbury, and Oxford. Radar estimates nearly 16 inches of rain fell at a rate of 1 to 2 inches per hour. A flash flood emergency, Connecticut's first since 2021, was issued for the Fairfield and northwest New Haven areas, the Fox Forecast Center said. The heavy rains caused train delays, plane cancellations, and a lot of misery for travelers Sunday night. The massive storms that swept through the tri-state area flooded highways and caused long lines at airports as 3 to 5 inches of rain poured down on the area. Shocking footage and images showed cars battling floodwaters as city officials sounded the alarm in 5 boroughs. The National Weather Service issued a flash flood emergency for northwest Suffolk County Monday morning as 4 to 6 inches of rain fell. This is a life-threatening situation. Get to higher ground now. NWS in New York wrote on X. Drivers on major thoroughfares in parts of Manhattan, the Bronx and Queens were dealing with water that blocked at least one lane of traffic on some streets, according to the NYPD. Transverse 86th Street in Central Park was impassable due to flooding under a bridge, according to the NYPD. Video shared on X showed rainwater pouring into the upscale Chelsea market as shoppers jumped over a fast-flowing river inside the market complex. Portions of the Garden State Parkway were underwater, according to traffic cameras, while other social media images showed cars struggling to navigate rapidly rising floodwaters on the highway early Sunday. Heavy rain also swept away cars in the town of Oxford, Connecticut, while others appeared to be submerged, according to a WTNH reporter. Near Southbury, a man with a prosthetic leg and his dog were rescued by Good Samaritans after their vehicle became stuck in floodwaters. A wild video tweeted by Fox 61 meteorologist Ryan Breton showed. Travelers stood in long lines at LaGuardia Airport as dozens of flights were canceled due to bad weather. Video footage showed exhausted passengers carrying suitcases and bags as they tried to sort out their next travel plans. Some passengers sat and even lay on the floor scrolling through their phones. Both LaGuardia International Airport and Newark Liberty International Airport said weather conditions disrupted flights Sunday afternoon and evening. New York City police also warned of flight disruptions at JFK Airport. Amtrak service was also affected, with train service between New York and Philadelphia temporarily suspended due to flooding in Newark. Rain fell so hard Sunday night that it left more than an inch of water in Central Park, according to Scott Homan, a senior meteorologist at AccuWeather. Other areas in the tri-state area saw as much as 5 inches of rain, he said. The rain was expected to ease Sunday night and into early Monday before more thunderstorms hit the Big Apple in the afternoon, Homan said. Swimming was prohibited at all Brooklyn beaches, Rockaway Beach and Reese Beach on Monday because of strong currents. Flooding trapped 18 people inside the Brookside Inn restaurant, and there were concerns that the restaurant structure might be compromised. Firefighters used an aerial ladder to get people out of the restaurant and rescue a resident in a nearby apartment. The water was completely engulfing the restaurant. There was no place for them to take shelter, said Jeremy Rodrigo, a volunteer firefighter in Beacon Falls. And we were concerned about the structural integrity of the restaurant because there were cars floating and large objects hitting the building. In Southbury, police asked residents on Facebook to stay home while roads were closed and crews responded to the emergency. In nearby Danbury, city officials said in a statement that a landslide caused the evacuation of a home. Fairfield County received 10 inches of rain Sunday. Many roads were closed to traffic. Danbury fire rescue boats were on hand to help. Anna Souza is now homeless after being evacuated from her apartment complex on Plumtrees Road in Danbury. Fortunately, her family lives nearby.